Okay, we're going to learn today a Sicha, Likkutei Sichos Chelek Sicha of Purim, the third Sicha of Purim, Sicha Gimel of Purim and Chelek Zion. Number one is it's already after Purim, but still it's Torah, so it doesn't make any difference. And number two is because the Roet that we have in the end of the Sicha is applicable for every day of all year. The unbelievable Roet that the Rabbi is giving by the end of the Sicha. And number three is still before Shabbos. Shabbos is Vayichul HaShomayim. Shabbos we could fix up whatever we didn't do on Purim. We could make good decisions, so we're going to learn it. In general, it's very interesting to mention. I wasn't sure if I should put it into the recording or not, but somebody was going to listen. Let them hear this also what we are saying. The Sichos of Purim that the Rabbi has is just unbelievable. Time to learn the Sichos of Megillah. I went a few times to Eretz Yisrael in order before Purim. I took the Likkutei Sichos Parshias. They have all the Sichos of Purim there. And we find Polish Yidden, and I sat down with them. There's somewhere 10 hours, 11 hours flight. And they, you know what, they're mind-boggling. They couldn't believe it what the Rebbe said. And I wrote down a few of them, just interesting. You're going to learn the Sicha. It says in the end of Megillah, Rotzu leRoi Vechov. Number one, who is Zechov? Why leRoi Vechov? What's going on here? The Rebbe is making from it mamish matamim. Poshet Geschmack to learn. The Sicha mit man is chayvu Israel kloyer. Gemara. Why did they chayv? Because they ate from the Suda. That's why they have to kill everybody. Then Shachte Rabbi leRabbi Zere. Unbelievable Sicha. I remember I was by the Fabrenget. And it's in two places in the Likkutei Sichos. It's in one Isofis, and one is at Likkutei Sichos. In the Isofis is unbelievable. They bring it down there, but the Rebbe didn't let him put it in the Likkutei Sichos. About the Moshe Rebbe that he had an operation without any anesthetic, and the story with the Friedrich Rebbe and the Rebbe Rashab. The Rebbe Rashab was not here, and he looked him from the people, and he saw that his father is sitting. The unbelievable things. Then you have, why is the name of Yontif Purim? It's the only Yontif that is named and the name of the Gzeira. Pesach is Pesach Hashem. Shavuos we got the Torah. Shavuos. Why is Purim? It should have been of the Geula, not Purim. Purim is this. Then why is the name, even let's say that we want to have it Purim, why do you call it in the Lashon of Parsi, not in Lashon of Kodesh? It says, Ipil Pur, Ua Goyrol. So call it Goyrol. Why do you call it Purim? The Rebbe's answers is just unbelievable. Why is it called Megillas Esther? Why not Mordechai Esther? Esther or Mordechai? Davke Esther, Mordechai is not mentioned in it. It's amazing. And now the last thing that I'm going to say is I would like by next week, let's see if we could come up with the answer. There's a question that no one in the history since Purim, since the Megillah answered it. They tried, the Rebbe asks questions on that, he couldn't accept anything. The Rebbe gives, what say you, magnificent, unbelievable answer. Let's see if somebody's going to come up with it. What is the shayches of Mishloach Monois and Matonis Levuyanim to Purim? Boy Mishloilo. Make a Suda, Shavuos we make a Milchik Suda, Pesach we make a Suda, Sukkot we make a Suda. Fine. Reading the Megillah makes sense. I'm reading the story, what happened in Purim. What does Mishloach Monois have to do with it? There's answers. There's a lot of answers. But the Rebbe asks questions on it. The Rebbe is Mechadesh. Niflo, what the Rebbe is Mechadesh on it. Let's see what I'm going to come up by next week. Okay. So we're going to start learning the Sicha, Purim Sicha Gimel in Chelek Zion. Auf dem, was steht in Sim v'choysev von der Megillah. Steht in Sim v'choysev von der Megillah, Mordechai HaYehudi v'goymer, Rotzu leRoi Vechov v'goymer. Sagen wir Chazal in die Gemara Megillah tells us, leRoi Vechov v'loi lekol Echov. It doesn't say Mordechai HaYehudi, Rotzu lekol Echov. Rotzu leRoi Vechov, to most of his brothers. V'lamed, shepirshu memenu miktzas haneder. It's another, a little, a minute, a minority of this another, Pirshum, they separated from him. Warum Echov seine Chaveirov? So you Mikalan Shiknesagdolo. The Rebbe brings down the Marsha, says, why is it Mixas Echov, Rotzul Roivechov, Mixas Pirshu, it goes on the Sanedal. Sanedal, this was his Chaveirim, it says Rotzul Roivechov means Chaveirim, who is it? Anshiknesagdolo. Rashi is Mefarish, them Tam, Favos Mixas Sanedal. Rashi says, why? Oben sich Perish ben von Mordechai. If he botal midivrei Torah, v'nichnos l'shchor. He became a Mishnah leMelech, he became a minister, and he stopped. He couldn't be learning so much Torah, because when he sits with the king, and they have to decide a lot of things, he doesn't have time to learn Torah. Nordem is the Gemara Mamshich. Right after that, in continuation, the Gemara says it's a very geschmack sicha and very easy to keep up. It's not complicated, mamish geschmack, and the Rebbe is taking everything apart, and the answer is going to be unbelievable. Nachdem ist die Gemara mamshich. Godel Talmud Torah, Yesam Atzolos Nefoshes. Learning Torah is much higher than Atzolos Nefoshes. The Meikore, where do I see it? The Gemara brings proof. Meikore, Chosh V'Leili Mordechai Bosa Dalet, V'Besoiv Bosa Chamisha. Meikore Ksiv Chulu, or Besoiv Ksiv Chulu. The Rebbe is explaining what it is. In a Friedrich Posuk in Ezra, wird Mordechai gerechnet als der Fünfter. When they count people, they count out the Anshik Nesach Doilo, and the Sanhedrin, Mordechai is the fifth, mean after the fourth. When in a weiteren Posuk in Nehemia, als der Sechster, it went down from 5 to 6. Why does it? Why? So the Gemara, so Rashi says. So the Gemara says, Lefi, yeah, Pirush Rashi and Megillah. Lefi shenase Mordechai sar b'intayim, yored mechashivuso etzel chachomim. When Ezra, when he counted, it was before he became a Mishnah Lemelech and a Sar. When it comes to Nehemia, he was already there, so they moved him down from the 5th to the 6th. The Rabbi is a beautiful question that is nicht moving. Oder dem klar, als Godel Talmud Torah Yesam Atzolos Nefoshes, doch Chazal gekannt Reislonen Pashtus HaKosov in der Megillah Gufo. From this thing that you just said before, Rotzi Leroy Vechov, you could see that Talmud Torah is greater than Atzolos Nefoshes. Where do I see it? The Rabbi is saying, it says Leroy Vechov, men lamet shepirshum and Mikzah Sanhedrin, was the Pirshu the given the far was bottled with Divrei Torah. Why did he separate from them? Rashi says because he stopped being busy with Torah all the time, and he was busy in the kingdom, in running the government. In Memele was bottled with Divrei Torah. So lieber Zolas Nefoshes. So for was lernen das die Gemara Reus von Ashinu Seder und von Shloim Koimoi und von zwei Psukim in besondere Sifrei Tanach. Rashi is bringing it from where we see in two separate books in Nach. We see that in one place is the 5th, in one place is the 6th. So we know that the Talmud Torah is much more important than Atzolos Nefoshes. You have the idea. Why? Because he stopped learning. I see from that learning is more important. The Rebbe is going to bring a meferesh, the Rif that he's explaining on in Yankev, and the Rebbe is going to say in Pshuta Shel Mikro, I could not accept the Rif's answer. What's the answer of the Rif? Huh? Who is the Rif of Yankev? Can sein? Usually when the Rebbe writes a Rif, he writes always a Rif Perlo with a pay, not with Klein Cafe. Usually I remember when it says, we learned not too long ago, we learned a few times a Rif Perlo. Okay, we'll have to find out. Was? Kann sein, Rif Perlo? Yeah. The fish in Nasi Mordechai have been time. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's Gemara. Okay. Yeah. Okay. As Leroy Vechov, Shepirshu ben Mikzas Chachamim, so I have a good reason to understand. So the Rabbi is bringing out what the Rif is explaining. As an endome Forschung, was entweder as verloschen Megille, kämen noch a Reusland, as bei Sanhedrin ist Talmud Torah gewesen mehr Choshev und Atzolos Nefoshes. I could not learn everything. Who was separated from them? Sanhedrin was separated from them. Because Sanhedrin, their all Indian is Torah, and Oiroe, and the Torah and everything. That's why. But I could not learn out that by everybody is Atzolos, is Torah more important than Atzolos Nefoshes. Es ist aber nicht okay beweis, als mit Shamayim hat man dazu Masken gewählt. Yeah? It's only by the Sanhedrin, but I don't have anywhere proof that the Rebbe accepted it. Dafür bringt die Gemara dem Limud Anal, wo die teure Guf das Meramis given in the machine said about Psukim. It's a very geschmack answer. That's why we need the Gemara needs to say from these two Psukim, one is number 5 and then it went down to number 6. The Rabbi says, I could not accept. But the Tirutz is al derech hapshat nicht glattig. It's not so simple. Why? Wie was Pirshum Menu seine nicht gewinnt am Menschen. No Echov Chavrei Sanhedrin. Was in Yonah and Gosom is Psak Haloch al Torah. But whatever they do is according to Torah, according to Psak Haloch. Is Wuf Elder the Rayas Mishomayim Mishkimu. This itself, that some of them left them and they separated from them, shows that in Himmel they made a Psak Din, those that they separated from them. The Torah is Cheshiver then Atzolos Nefoshes, and Mordechai left Teuro in event to Atzolos Nefoshes, so I see that that's more. Yeah, it's coming up. Good point. It's only mixers. Yeah. Oh, but even as Rabbi uses it now, those mixers did according to Psak Din. They, but them is Teuro or Roe. They pass that Mordechai did the wrong thing, and we separate it from it. Ois base. Euch ist schwer zu verstehen. Rabbi is asking 2 more questions here. Wie bald das Gott und Talmud Teuro Jesha Matzolos Nefoshes, einfach was ist Mordechais Nomen davor, was Bottel mit Talmud Teuro, übergestellt geworden, noch mit 1 Tag weiteren Seder von den Namen von Bosserdale zu Bosserei. Der Cheurat hat noch überhaupt nicht gedacht, gerecht werden zwischen Traveres und Nedern, was Erin ist Tag den Teuro. Unbelievable question. The boy Nishledo, you say that you did something wrong and you push them down from number 5 to number 6. That's not enough. If he does something against, fire him. He's no more in Sanhedrin. Beautiful question. Base. Mashmosak Posuk is verstandig as Mordechais Roro als Mishneh Lemelech hat gedoyert am Meshach Zman. Also a very beautiful question. It's not that he became a Mishneh Lemelech for 1 day or 1 week. He stayed Mishneh Lemelech for a long time. Was demol is a given, Rotzui blois leroi vechov. All this time that he stayed as a Mishneh Lemelech, he was Rotzui only leroi vechov. A matzev pirshu memenu. Those that they separated from them, stayed separated from them. So the Rabbi says a beautiful question. There's a Eitze what to do. Oder Mordechai hat sie bald gedacht, ausweisen, als einer noch ist alt mit Teuro. Either sit down with them and tell them, this and this is the reason why I'm doing it. I'm doing it according to Teuro. Oder, ob nicht, if you can prove him that he's doing alt mit Teuro, hat gedacht, wegen wo sein Schroro bemeile, gleich zurück, wer rotzt lechodechot. Monefshach. If you think that you're doing the right thing, so explain it to them, and they should be friends with you again, not Pirshu Memenu. And if not, leave this Roro, tell Achashverosh, I can't be anymore you, Mishneh Lemelech. I had a debate with my Chavri Sanhedrin, and this is the highest level of Eden that we have in between Jews, is Sanhedrin. Sanhedrin is a gewaltige Meise, and they convinced me that I could not do it, and goodbye, we get to somebody else. The Rabbi says yes. Mele gleich zurück. He should get out of Vegim with that Roro. You could tell Achashverosh, explain him. There's no forcing, he should be. Achashverosh took him. Huh? Yeah, okay. So we have beautiful 2 questions on this story now. And also we come back to the story. What happens there? Why is it? Why is the Gemara coming and bringing a Reihe from there? For me itself is a genug Reihe, the Talmud Teuro is better with it. Der Biur und dem wird sein Movement von dem Dirk in selben Loschen Rechile mit Rosh Chazal. The Rabbi is going to take this same word that we learned and then say it says Rotzui leroi vechov. Pirshu memenu mikza Sanhedrin. Was das meint, as Roi vechov in Sanhedrin, jemals gewinnt zu der Anoge von Mordechai. Rov agreed with them, and just a few did not agree with them. Der Meile ist verstandig, passt es, als von dem, was Pirshu memenu mikza Sanhedrin, ist klar nicht doch in Reihe, as Talmud Teuro ist größer von Atzolos Nefoshes. I see that Rov Sanhedrin agreed with them, so I could not use this is going to go down. The first question is going down already. Because it's only Mikza Sanhedrin, and Rov Sanhedrin agree with them, I could learn that from this, that Talmud Teuro is more important than this. I must bring a proof that they moved them down from 5 to 6. Other Rabbi, von dem kann man Reusland und Verkehr. This is going to the opposite way. Bald as Rov Sanhedrin is a given Rotzui. Das says is eine mit ihm Bedeyo Achas. So it shows that Atzolos Nefoshes is higher than Talmud Teuro. Damit ich muss, so this question went down. There is another thing. Damit ich Musber, was Mordechais Nomen ist mit dem übergestellt geworden, noch mit 1 Tag weiter. Jetzt hat er aber Rav Chavra Sanhedrin eingestimmt mit seiner Noge. One of the 2 questions was the first questions, and the next 2 questions was the boy Nishlelam. Why do you move him from 5 to 6? Fire him completely. Now we have the teretz. Rav Sanhedrin are with them. Just because these little are not with them, we move them a little bit from 5 to 6. So very geschmack. Now 2 questions is already gone. Now only 1 question is left. Sit down with them, make a debate. Either you convince them or they convince you. Don't let it for years to be Rotzui leroi vechov and not Pirshu and mix as well. The Rabbi says, according to what we just said, we had schwerle either we're going to ask questions from the other side. Aleph, wie bald das Mordechais Anoge ist gewinn beeskem mit der Dei von Rav Chavra Sanhedrin, hat sie doch gedacht, achria sein die Dei von mir und Mixas. Einfach was Pirshu memenu, und so haben nicht mehr wartet gemacht, sehr das am gegen dem Rav. There's a rule, always we know. How does it go? By vote. They're voting. And we learn in Rambam so clear, when it comes to vote in the Sanhedrin, where do we start? We start with the with the lowest of them, the new guy that just came in. Because if the head of the Sanhedrin is going to say, I say that he's, let's say, better potter than Chayv, that he's potter, that he's Zakai, so everybody's going to say Zakai. If the head of the Sanhedrin says, that's why we start from the lowest. So I see that it goes according to Rav. If Rav say like this, it becomes like this. Same thing is here also. If Rav say that Mordechai is doing the right thing, so why don't the Miktsas bow down, or I don't know what word to use, that they should say, Botlo dai teinu ledat tom, and say that he's fine? A geschmack question. What happened there? Why? Why did it stay like this? Base, loidem kum tois as the zwei mamor chazal anal was the Gemara bringt in ein Hemshech, wir schon memeno no Miktsas aneder und Gott und teure. Yes, I'm also the voices. Then is go so einer dem zweiten. The rabbis we learned that already before, something like that. The questions are very simple question. If I say that Rav Sanhedrin are holding with them, and the Gemara says right after that, what does it say? That God will tell you it's not true. It's the opposite. Here I see that Rav Sanhedrin are agreeing with them. And you're telling me that Talmud Torah is Choshva for Matzolas Nefoshes. And look in the Ore 9, unbelievable. The Girsas and Yankev, Balbeza Memres, Echodu Rabbi Yosef. The same even would have been to a shtickle answer. He says something, and the same guy says both things, and it's contradicting to each other. Here we see that Atzolas Nefoshes is Choshver, that they read them Rav Sanhedrin, and the Gemara says, God will Talmud Torah Atzolas Nefoshes. Why the Gemara saying it in one Hemshech? It doesn't belong here, Bechla. It's contradicting. Okay, Oizdale the Rebbe going to give an explanation. What means the word Pirshu? According to the word Pirshu, we're going to understand the whole idea what's going on here. In a Klolozik Abir and then Be'eg them noch Hadiyuk B'mayim HaChazal Zeh. We're going to have another, what's a Diyuk? I always try to find out. It's not a Shaila, what's a Diyuk? The emphasis why the Posik is using this language, well, what could be the word for it? I don't know. Okay, Hadiyuk B'mayim HaChazal Zeh. The Gemara says, Pirshu Mimenu Miktsas HaNeder. Und nicht, yeah, that's good. It's a good word. Yes. Why do you use this word? You could have used the other 10 words. And the Rebbe says what? Chol kolov. Chol kolov means they were fighting with them. They were against them. It says only Pirshu. You do whatever you want. I'm going to do what I want, and I'm separating from you. Or al koponim, agishmak eloshen. Ein ruach miktsas chachamim noicha imenu. Nobody said it. Why? The Rebbe is going to explain why it is. It means nicht a machloikes. By loider day, zeyer day is what it's not a machloikes, and it's not ein ruach miktsas chacham noicha imenu because he's doing something against Torah. No, nein, it's not. What is it? Also haben sich von ihm abgesundert, separated from him. Oblik aber zunder und anderen der Shite in anoga von Chavre Sanhedrin oder Talmud Chacham. They had a completely different Shite what Sanhedrin has to do. The Lord darko, whatever he does, we could not do. We think different than him. Aber euch sehr Masken gewesen. They agreed. As Mordechai Sanoge benegia leatzmoi is al derech al pi Torah. And if he died from Mordechai, he did everything according to Torah, and there was no problem in it. Das Bore in dem wir sein verstandig euch von Asipu. Now the Rabbi is going to explain what's the answer according to this, that they just separated. They knew that he's doing everything according to Torah. That's why it says Pirshu. And that's why, now we have already a little bit of the answer. How come that he didn't sit down with them and explain him? Not me who should go with the Rav, and not sit down and explain him your shite. Either they're going to convince you or you're going to convince them. It's the second question that we asked before. According to this, everything is going to be fine. What is that?
Because it wasn't a machlokas? Because it's not a machlokas, they don't have to then...
That's why they don't have to go maybe to the Rav. And that's why also they didn't sit down and they make a decision. Either Mordechai agrees with them or they agree with Mordechai. If Mordechai agrees with them, he has to retire. He has to resign. Can't be anymore. And everything is going to be answered according to this point. That's more in them. What's the Asber? Beautiful story that we heard from the Rebbe in Likkutei Sichos that the Rebbe said. That's more in them. Mit seinem verstandig euch von Asipu wegen dem Moragit Shover Goen Bano Gosoi. Asipu with Moragit Shover and there are biur in them. The Rebbe is going to explain what is the explanation in this story. Now that we quite do just more gekommen hat Mur is rausgekommen von Russland und angekommen in Riga. Gekommen in Latvia, in the city Latvia in the state of the place. The whole place is called Riga. I'm sorry, so I'm wrong. Country is Latvia and the city is Riga. Okay, sorry, I said it in Yiddish also, the opposite. Okay, He went to Latvia and in the city, Riga. Okay.
Before you.
No, when he was there already, and he came there. Friedrich Rebbe came. Nachdem wir sind rausgefahren vor Russland. Yeah, Friedrich Rebbe was arrested and they were sent them to death, then 10 years, and then 3 years, and then he came out to Istamus. Then he left Leningrad because he couldn't be there. It was dangerous to be there. And he went to Malachovka, to a little village next to Moscow, and he stayed there till Isru Chagov Simchas Torah Tov Reish Pei Ches. He went out of jail. He made it Ches, and he went to Riga because he saw that he can't do there anymore. Maybe from the outside he's going to be able to do more than he does from the inside. So he left and he went to Riga. Dort verrufen der Friedrich Rebbe made a Sifa von Rabbonim, Manigim, Naskonim, the Toivas the Russian. What did he want to do? How to be able to help the Russians, how to smuggle in, or I don't know, to get in money there, to be able to send in Sidurim, send in the things to help Pata Moyel, help Pata Shoichet, the things that the Friedrich Rebbe did there, if you could do it from the outside, as we know that as Rasachim and the Rebbe gave so much power to them, and what they did in those years that it was closed up, send Shluchim with Sidurim, with everything all the time. So the Friedrich Rebbe made a meeting, and it doesn't say, but I think the Friedrich Rebbe invited them. Friedrich Rebbe,
I don't think that in Pech has the problem with the Siddur.
No, okay. No, it was. The Friedrich Rebbe made Chadorim, he made Shulen, and he made Lavdol Mikvahs. That was the problem. Need money to make another mikveh, we need money for shuls, money for Melabdim, for Chinuch. Yeah, okay, need money. Okay, so zwischen der Eingeladene, between those that were invited, is auch gewähnt der Ragitschover. Bei der Asif, hat man gewollt was stimmen Avad. They wanted to make a committee, was soll sich zusammenkommen mit Mann des Mann und sich bejaschen sein, wie zu führen der Arbeit. But the Russians said they should come and sit a meeting every few weeks, every month, every 2 months, and see how could you help out the Russian Jews to be able to continue Chas v'Sholem, that the Russian government shouldn't eradicate Mamish, the Yiddishkeit and everything. Und wir hat gebeten dem Ragitschover, als soll sich bestattet sein in dem Vat. Der heißt Ragitschover should also be in the Vat. Hat sich aber abgesagt, he said, no, I can't do it. And the Ragitschover, everything was beim Teure. Und hat Gemasber gewähnt, he explained, als einer reingehen im Vat, ist toll in der Plukte zwischen Talmud Bavli und Talmud Yerushalmi. Es ist ein Achleukes in Talmud Bavli, Talmud Yerushalmi, and I could not do it because the halacha is Bavli, and the Bavli says that I can't do it. Yeah. But he says why? Okay, let's know. The Gemara sagt in Broches. The Gemara tells us in Broches, as Chassidim Rishonim v'Yishoim Tesha Shoyis Bayom B'Tfila, fragt die Gemara, über solche Rossen echt Mishtameres, Melachton echt Nasis. The Chassidim Rishonim would daven every day 9 hours. Shachis an hour before, and Shachis an hour and an hour after. Same thing 3 times a day. So 9 hours. So the Gemara asks, the Bayin Shlom, what's going to be with their Torah? When do they have time to learn? And also, what's going to be with their Parnose? Melachton echt Nasis. And the Gemara verrennt wird, element of Chassidim ein, because they are Chassidim. The Gemara says Chassidim are Rishonim. The Rossam Mishtameres, the Torah is being guarded, they don't forget what they learn. Melachton Mizbareches. They go in between Shachas and Mincha, they go to walk a little bit, and the Rebbe gives them a lot of Parnose. And same thing the Torah. This is Bavli. Yerushalmi, the Ragitschover was telling us what it says in Bavli and Yerushalmi. Yerushalmi bringt sich dasselbe Rinyan, nur mit das Shinui. Anstatt mit der Chassidim im Terosom Mishtameres und Melachton Mizbareches, the Bavli says that the Torah is being guarded, they don't forget it. Steht a completely different lotion. Aledei Chassidim oisha brochon nitenes beTerosom ubrochon nitenes beMelachton. Completely different thing. What's the difference? The Rebbe explaining. The Chelek zwischen Terosom Mishtameres und brochon nitenes beTerosom. What's the difference? It's more very simple. Mishtameres meant no she'ein talmudo mishtakar. That's what Rashi says on Mishtameres. They're not forgetting what they learned. Aber es kommt nicht zu kein Naye beTerosom. They don't get any new because they have no time. 9 hours a day they're doing this. Now, wie viel sie können lernen in dem Zman Muet, wenn sie seien sich nicht durch viele, this is what they get. Schenken in Yerushalmi says brochen eternes beTerosom meint she'etzlichu a lotion of the Moshe, the Pirush of Yerushalmi, quotation from his lotion. She'etzlichu le'ovin u'le'askil miyad v'lo yoyushoyin. As the Rebbe is going to bring down in the next hour 15, the Rebbe brings down into oil, and it's mamish, the lotion is that it's not a guzme, that the lotion is Trutz Doke, Nase Moiche Velibo Zakim Elef Bobim Kocha. I heard from the Rebbe himself many times. That's something that you need to learn. If it would take you 1,000 hours, it's going to take you 1 hour. So we see this is what the Yerushalmi says. Also nicht nur vergessen sie nicht das, was sie lernen, not only they don't forget, das kommen sie zu, is so in Avonas V'Yediyas HaTorah. In this hour that they have learning, they get a lot of Torah. Not only they don't forget, but they get a broche that in this hour that they learn, they get a lot of Torah. As the Lashon is, she'etzlichu lo'oven elaskil miyad. Right away, they sit and they learn everything they got. In dem Zman Mu'et, was sie lernen, sind sie matzliach, der Lashon von dem Moshe, le'ovin, le'askil miyad. Das ist gerogel sehr teva weil mit dem nötig wenn a sach mehr man belimud Torah, whatever should have taken even their capacity takes much longer, it took him much faster. So und also when it done now the Ragachover has to finish and say why can't he being in the committee now he's explaining because of the Babel in Jerusalem. Und also when it done same thing is here also or the Ragachover is geführt he finished up his Dvar Torah and his excuse why he can't join the Vad. Durch dem, was wird sich beteiligt im Vad, wird der Muslim mevatel sein mit Mann belimud Torah. Right? There's going to be a Vad, we're going to sit down and talk and try to get money and try to bring it in there. It takes time. It's not a Vad has to live with it. We see there's Rasachim. There were 3-4 people working with it day and night to collect money and to be able to do and how to take in stuff to the government there in the airport. I have myself stories that I've been in there. In the time when I was still running after us, and every day you come back, your suitcase was turned over, all your stuff was turned over, still microphones coming down from the ceiling in the hotels, and running after you with taxis and everything. I mean, we saw what it is. And to bring in food, to bring in things, and they stop you by the airport and they interrogate you for an hour. What is this? What is this? Why are you taking so many pictures of one person? Why are you taking 6 pairs of tefillin? We know, they tell me, we know that there's 2 tefillin regular. Some special people put on 4, but 6 we never heard. They interrogate you. It's not simple. We have to work on it, how to do it. And don't forget that as Rasachim was also, they did unbelievable things. But it was Chassidish in Geleit, you know, Chassidish Eden. So they send a camera. I want to take pictures when I'm there on vacation. But so one camera has to be by me, one camera by my partner that went with me. They put in both cameras by me, and by him they didn't put in nothing. So the right away say, why are you taking 2 cameras? Who are you going to give it to? You're going to sell it on the black market, give the money to the Lubavitcher. They knew, but you have to be careful as much as you could. You shouldn't see it. Yeah, also when the Ragachover says, durch dem, was sich beteiligt in Vad, wird der Muslim mevatel sein mit Mann belimud Torah, is Leut Yerushalmi. Was all yedei, show you see the Moshe brochen and tens beterosom. But I'm not in Yediyas HaTorah. According to Yerushalmi, I could join the Vad because nothing is going to. The time that I'm going to learn, I'm going to get much more and much faster. Bald, aber as aloch kebav, as is blois Torah nicht ameres, mit 40 Fällen, der so viel in Yediyas HaTorah, was aber gekent haben, wenn lernt Torah, euch in this manim und auf dem kann nicht mehr weiter sein. Because according to the Bavli, it's going to be only mishtameres. So it's going to be lacking whatever he could gain if he's not in the Vad. He's going to learn this time that he's going to spend on the Vad. Very geschmack. Now the Rabbi is going to come back and teach us what is here, the story with Mordechai in the Sanhedrin. Roy Verchov, go with them. This mute have to do something with Bavli, not Yerushalmi. That's what they tell Mordechai. No, you can't be a Mishnah Lemelech because Mordechai says, I'm a Yerushalmi. I'm accepting that it's going to be Brocho. Misbarech is my Torah, not only Mishtameres. Let's see inside. I say, Yeshloi Mazak the Rebbe, as the Esber in der Machloikes Anal zwischen Bavli und Yerushalmi is verbunden mit dem Chiluk in dem Oivman Limud. First we're going to learn what's the difference between the Limud of Bavli and Yerushalmi. According to this, we'll see what it is here. Oivman Limud in Talmud Bavli is with Ribu Shakle Vetarye. Und wie die Gemara sagt, B'machshakim o Yeshivani. Says a posuk in Eicho b'machshakim o Yeshivani. So the Gemara says in Sanhedrin, what is b'machshakim o Yeshivani? In Ruchnes, in Primis o Yonim. In Eicho, it's b'machshakim o Yeshivani. It's the Talmud shel Bovel. Talmud Bavli questions. Rove says something, and the Rebbe says, I said it a few times already. If you don't understand what Rove said, you're not yoytze with Likkutei Torah. You have to toil till you understand Rove. Then comes, you think you're done. Then you have to go in and understand what bothered Abaye, and really feel what Abaye is against Rove, and have the question against Rove, and you have to come to answer. This is how you learn. But it's back and forth, questions and answers. The limud is al der ve'ena sucht in the finster. That's why it's called b'machshakim. Like somebody is looking in the darkness to find the final word. Without chipus, ve'yegie, fragen, kushes, und voneinander kleiben sich. You have to ask questions and try to find yourself. bis wir kommen zum Emerson Pshat Maskone. Until you come to the real Pshat in the Maskone, it takes time. Aber in Talmud Yerushalmi is not like this. It's the limit in a name from Yosho. You find gleich die richtige Swara in Tirzuchol. You find it right away. It says right away, like Aloches. Clear. The einer was zet azach in der Lichtigkeit. Somebody comes in its light, coming in a dark room, you have to look around where you're going until you find something. There is light, you see right away what you need. The Riber, darf euch kommen, als Leute, das steht an Limut von Babli, kennt doch Limut Muet, von Chassidim Rishonim, häufig werden, noch der Riem von der Rosse Mishtamer, sie sollen nicht vergessen, die Divrei Teure, was wir lernen, aber nicht, dass es soll noch sein, in der Neufung von Brochen, in Tennis mit der Choson, Loven, Laskel, Miyad, was ist nicht Matim, zum Seder, Limut von Babli. When you talk about something that you learn a loch, that you learn something that it's like in the light, you see everything there. So when you learn a little, the Rebbe could make, you could get a lot in this hour. But if there is questions and answers, how could you get it? Should be Mizbareches. So according to Talmud Bavli, it can't even be, it should be Mizbareches. It must be only Mishtameres. Aber Leute, steht er neben a limit von Yerushalmi, two times a limit of the meaning from Brochen and Tennis with the Rosso. Because it's a straight limit. It's a limit straight without any questions and answers. You learn a little bit, you have a lot. It's Likkutei Sichos and Laskel Miyad Lo Yoshoy. Let him sit there Halimud in a Neuf Yosho, as we come bald zum Inyan, wie is La Mitoshoy. And now we understand the difference between Limud Bavli and Limud Yerushalmi. Now I know it's the difference between Mordechai and Rov Sanhedrin and the Miktsasech of the Devor, Pirshu Mimenu. Let's see Oizvov. Al Pizeh Yeshloima. According to this, we could answer it. As the Chelek zwischen Anogas Mordechai, Sherotzu Leshitas Roiva Sanhedrin. Und der Schitte von Miktsas Sanhedrin ist Tolu in der Plukta Anal zwischen Bavli und Yerushalmi. Where could you find such an answer, such a geschmack, a beautiful thing? The thing, why is Rotzu Leroivecha? What happened here? And why Miktsas? Why didn't they push him out of Sanhedrin? Only from the 5th to the 6th they pushed him. All this question, the answers just push it unbelievable. So the Rabbi is saying, what is the connection? Die Sanhedrin Gdoilo was mod geklimmt von die Sanhedrin Ktano, was wir kommen bei Yerushalayim, weil Kolponim be'Eretz HaKodesh. Sanhedrin, there was a Sanhedrin, three Sanhedrins in Beis HaMikdash. 171, and then was 23 and 23. One outside, one inside. There is in the Mishnah's Midas, in the Mishnah's it tells you exactly where they were. Then there was also Sanhedrin Ktano 23 in a lot of places in Eretz Yisrael. So we're talking about Eretz Yisrael, and mostly Yerushalayim. In Yerushalayim, you have three of them. The Rabbi says, it's Mustafa zu sagen, Azeya Limud. Because they were there, a Koponim from Rubom is given with a Seder Limud a Yerushalmi. The Frat is Van HaMishne, Van Sheknes Sagdele for sure, that's how they learn. They learned according to the Yerushalmi. Aber euch dann seid ihr gewähnt an Neuem von Bovel. This Miktsas Sanhedrin for Bavlim. Al derech wie später, it says, Ilel, Olomi Bovel, Reb Nosson Bavli. What's his name, Reb Nosson Bavli? So Rashi says clear, the Olomi Bovel. Wait, no, it was more. Miktsas is more than two. בפרט as ich durchgegangen mehr wie 70 Jahre von dem Mann. In Achorosh והמסגר sein נאבק בירושלים עם הגוילה אשר אוגלוס הם יכונio לבובל. In Megillah we read that Mordechai was issued the Oya B'Shishon Abiro and he went in Golos with Yechonio with Asher Oglos im Yechonio lebobel. So the Rabbi says it was already after 70 years that it was. Und Anshe Knesset Agdole seinen gewähren mit Shvia Goylo Asher Eglo Nebuchadnezzar Melech Bovel לבובל וישובו לירושלים ויהודה. They came back to Yerushalayim ויהודה. בשנת אחס לקוירש, they came back. It was 52 years they were in Bovel and then they came back. Aber euch von Achorosh והמסגר, was noch בירושלים sind, sie schon gewähren במעלוסום und in dem Oif מהלימוד. The Chorosh and Masger means goes on the Sanhedrin, but that's clear. What does it mean? Literally, it means that Chorosh Masger means craftsman. Masger is somebody who makes locks. A Chorosh is somebody who works with metal. Huh? No, a locksmith is blacksmith. What is it? Metal that you have to connect two pieces of metal with the fire. With the other. So it could be that it's 7 years. I thought I remember all of Chorosh means something. Okay, it doesn't matter. So Chorosh v'Masger, the Gemara Rashi tells us, and we learn according to previous, we learn Chorosh is when they said something, everybody got quiet. Nobody could say anything against them. And v'Masger, if they didn't know something, so it's like locked up, nobody would know. It shows on the greatness of the Sanhedrin. So we talk about the Sanhedrin, the Yerushalayim. Und der Riber hat Mordechai v'Roiv Sanhedrin gehalten, אז המוז ורה המשנה למלך, שלי בצולוס נפושס. We can, the noch bleiben in Sanheder, man can say, how could it be there? Was there in his limud at Torah, and you're going to sit now days and nights with Achashverosh and all these people? So the answer is, al yedei sho yochsidim was brochen eternis b'Torah. Mordechai knew, because Rova Sanheder are Yerushalmim, so they knew that by going there, he's going for Atzolos Nefoshes, and it's not going to miss anything in his Torah. The Mele v'Torah matzlochen nicht nur in Erneuerung von Rosom, Mishtameres, Noroich lovenu laskel miyad. Zum Misborer werden in Steigen lernen. You should grow in Torah. This little time that he's going to have to learn Torah, not sitting there, is going to be mehr wie Leute, Zman, was bleibt auf ihm, auf dem Torah. Much more than in a regular time that he's going to have to learn Torah. Ich habe sich aber gefunden zwischen der Chavras Haneder und euch Amikzas, als Elech, was Roi von Limud ist gewähnt bei Däume, der Limud von Talmud Bavli, Kenal. We know that there was Bavli, and they said we could not agree because we could not agree with you. As we said before, the Rebbe said that there was not machloikes, not ein ruach hachom neuchemenu, just spiritual. They feel that they could not do it. You Mordechai, we know you're doing it according to Torah, but your derech is not our derech, we're separating from you. That's what it is. They knew that he, according to this sheet, as a Yerushalmi, is doing according to Torah. No. They should just want too friendly with him. That's what I understand. What means spiritual? The Rebbe sagt, voneinander Gespräch. You weren't the best friends with them. Yeah, Leurotz. Und der Rebbe ist bei sich gewähnt, der Eufel vom Blois, Leurotz am Ishtameres. Was du abgeben sich mit Jonas Konis, was soll das Forsches, wird werden in euch Sofa bei dieser Teure, so they can't do it. Und da war Pirschum in meinem Mixer Sanhedrin. Was gekannt sein, der Avoide von Mordechai, wo was Sanhedrin, und so haben sich von ihm abgesundert, in seiner eigenen Derech, der Rebbe says what it is, maybe. They continued in their way, that by them is the Teure, higher than Atzolas and Forsches. And it's Kaloel in only Seif Dalet, it's done to Seif Dalet. Now comes another question, Isaiah. Everybody could ask the question. If you think, you come to the question. So Mordechai did Al-Pi. Even according to them, they understood that what he's doing is according to his opinion is Al-Pi because he's a Yerushalmi. Why did he push him from 4 to 5? From 5 to 6? Why did he push him? Leave him where he is. If it's according to Torah, don't push him up. He's going to be in Isaiah. Agam as Leute Shite von Yerushalmi is brochen itenes betoyroson. Und der Rebbe hat Mordechai gehabt die broche weinien von euch sof in der Satira. He got also sof in Torah. Deswegen Yorad mit Chashivus etzel Chachomim. So leave them was botal mit divrei Torah und nicht nas so. So we have a question, why? The Rabbi says, warum ist Faran a Meile miyuchedes in den Derech und Teurosam Nosom. Nicht zu mevatel sein von Limud, so lieb kein Sach. Take Mordechai did the right thing. But there is an advantage of Limud Torah and Atzolas Nefoshes. That's why they wanted to show that they're putting him from 5 to 6 to show that there is an advantage in Limud Torah. What is it? Rabbi is going to explain it. I feel him, the point in the Rosh Hashanah Torah, he's not going to miss anything. While Broch on it and he's going to have the Broch, it's going to be learning very fast. And this is Kavonas Chazal, Godel Talmud Torah, Yeshem Atzolas Nefoshes. This is why the Gemara says right after that. He said one of the questions was that the Torah is contradicting one another. You say the Mordechai did it, and you say the Talmud Torah. How could it be? There's something special in Talmud Torah more than this, although you're not going to miss anything. Learning, sitting and learning, and not being in the government is a much higher level than this. Therefore, they push him from 5 to 6. Es ist da Gadlus in dem Abgeben sich in ganzen auf dem Torah. Und wie bald als bei Mordechai ist die Gadlus nicht meid geworden, it did never. He had Torah, he had Mizbareches, he had everything. But he didn't have this learning all the time. He became lower in the eyes of the Chachamim. As a stot zu der Mann waren Bosar Dalet, he was not anymore the 5th, is der Mann geworden Bosar Chamish, he became the 6th. Now the Rebbe is going to say something unbelievable. Mordechai is ready to be mevatel of Limud and go down to the 6th in everything. Why? To go save Jews, save him. Atzolas Nefoshes. And why did he do it? So the Rebbe brings down in the hour is a very interesting. We're not going to learn it. It's not the time, but the Rebbe says it. I'll say it in one word. Rashi, the Rebbe make it also a connection between the beginning of Rashi of Megillah and the end of Rashi in Megillah. Very interesting. It says, "Vayib me'achashverosh hu achashverosh." Rashi says, "Hu Roshe oimed berishoy." After he ain't gone on with his 10 kids, after it was nullified the Gzeire, same Rosh, same Shoite. He didn't change. So Mordechai could have gone home and go sit and learn, go back to the Sanhedrin. He said, no, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I must stay there in the government and not let them do. If it comes up with a look Gzeire, I'm going to be Mvatler. Very geschmack. This gives the answer also why he stayed there. After you saved Eden, you got Beisomon, you got everything. Go home, go back to learning. No, he was scared of that. But von deswegen hat Mordechai Reuva Sanhedrin gehalten, als hat gedacht werden am Mishnah Melech, weil viele als durch den wird soll bei ihm fällen die Gadlus in Gottel Talmud Torah. This is missing when it's going to be from 5 to 6. Das gedeiht zu dem von Atzolas und Foshes zu sein hat Deure Steb La'amoi, Deure Sholoim, Lechol Zaroi. Huh? Even? Yeah, yes. If you want, we learn the last paragraph on the bottom on footnote 27. כי הטעם שמרדכי נעסקו ולמלכוס ויבוטל מתלמודוי גם לאחרי נס פורים ולפי שהוא אחשוורוש הוא ברישה מתחילוס ועצויפו במילא ישנו החשש שיחדש הבזרת. So you're never sure. So you have to be there till אחשוורוש is gone or whatever. Okay. Ois ches. Choyre is aber fort nicht glattig. Choyre says it's not yet completely understood. Emestakas machmas dem was brochen die Tennis mit Roson. Und beim Mordechai nicht gefällt viele in der Resofe bei dieser Teuro. Und Emestakas es ist da Meile in Atzolos der Forschung zu dem ist gleich die Rede, also soll nicht sein Teroso Moshe. Aber wie so ist fort euch da noch geblieben einer von den Sanhedrin. Was der Choyre Kolinion ist noch limud der Teuro Neuro. It's Take brochen die Tennis mit Roson. And Mordechai is Moshe Nefesh, he should go from 5 to 6 and is not having the mile of Gottel Talmud Torah, learning the whole time. Everything is understood. But the Rabbi is asking a question now. How do you live in the Sanhedrin? It's fine. You're going to do Atzolos Nefoshes. But how do you do? What is Sanhedrin? Torah. So he should have lived the Sanhedrin. You see? Signu nachher, wie Scheich hat im Sanhedrin was calling Jonah historic canal soll sein Archiv zum Erwarter sein auf der Rosh Mumnos so beautiful question. Should have find somebody that they should do it. Why should Mordechai do it? If Sanhedrin there can be Archiv that they should go into Atzolos Nefoshes, but then has to be the God of Talmud Torah more than Atzolos Nefoshes. Okay, is the beer in them. Steht in Tonne de Velio. Rabbi brings dann in der Auretz Tonne de Velio. Rabbi Oyolem le Sanhedrin gdoilo leilach v'likshel chavolem shel barzel v'mosneihem ולהגביה בגדיהם למעלה מהקובעי סיין ויחזרו בכל היורס ישראל וילמדו את ישראל וכולו. Atzonos Velio Rabbi says there was a time that he didn't do what he was supposed to do. So he says he blames it on the Sanhedrin. Sanhedrin should have taken ropes and ropes made out of metal, chains, and tie it to their waist, and then they should pick up their garments. They should be able to go first and run around from one place to the other and teach the Eden. So what do we see here? The din is, when Sanhedrin und Goylik v'mimkoim u'belishkas hagozis, can sie nicht dann sein din in Nefoshes. Aloha Meforeshes. There's no more din in Nefoshes when they are not in lishkas hagozis in Beis Hamikdash. That says, Hadur dem was yachzeru b'chol hayoros Yisrael. They're going away from Yerushalayim. Ve'at ha'yeride in dem koyach v'toike von Sanhedrin. They can't do any more din in Nefoshes. And deswegen oyolem. The Tonne Velio says they should have done it. Achiyuv leilech b'chol hayoros Yisrael v'cholu. Now we understand why Roba Sanhedrin are holding with Mordechai. It's Sanhedrin, although they're in his Torah, and it comes to Atzolos Nefoshes to save Am Yisrael, the Tonne Velio says they should have done it. Take Shal Shaloi Shel Basel and go outside and bring them back. Although you're losing, you're going down, you can't do any more. Union of Din Nefoshes. Yeah. Right. So now it's a very good. This is the reason Rabbi asks how come that he stated there in his Torah. According to the Tonne Velio Rabbi, we understand why he states, because the Tonne Velio says that all Sanhedrin should have done it, go out in Bimikar of Israel. Und dem kann man verstehen, als der Riker Tafkid von Sanhedrin ist Roele Rabbim, und durch dem Atzolas Rabbim, und zu lieb dem darf sie Joiret sein von sich. Der Ingen ist Roele Rabbim, teaching Torah and everything. What way? To leave Yerushalayim and go down in the Darge, a bit to save them. Die Joiret sein von sich, okay, und Teker, weil Sanhedrin, gerät zu sein, mit Mezake oder Rabbi. Nach der Rechse ist der Bier bei Yonenu. Agam, als durch das Mordechai ist geboren am Mishnah Melech. Ist geboren an Yeride in sein Chivus als Chavas Haneder, von Bosar Dalet, Bosar Hamish, he went down. We proved, we put him from the 5th one to the 6th one. Es hat ihm gefällt, der Ingen und Meile, und der Rossum Nossum, he didn't have. Ist aber der Yeride Kidai. It pays this Yeride, a viele mit Zad in Yonum von Saneder und Gufe. Even mit Zad Saneder und Gufe, as you see in Tonnet of Leo Rabbi, what they were supposed to do. Valdos is to live to Emas Arabim, al derech and his Baal in Tonnet of Leo. Oistes. Now we're coming to the the beginning of the Roe, what we could learn from this. The Anoge von Voidliches Umar B'chon Yadmur is given, as of like Gazlinen used to steal on sein Zeit, was wohl gekannt, abgeben, if Limud HaTorah la'atzmoi, v'avodas Hashem la'atzmoi, und sich vernommen dann mit den Jonas Konos, Latzolos Nefoshes. Friedrich Rebbe in his dog, he could have sit in there and daven and do all the things for himself and rise to the highest levels. He didn't. He was busy. The Rebbe said the Lashon guzzled. He was stealing from his own time. Noch hat er gemont von Chelek Chosh von seinen Talmidim. He demanded that from his Talmidim. Und Mekushorim. Also ich sehe, sollen sich führen in dem Weg. They should do the same thing. Und hat eingeführt, als viele Talmidei Yeshiva sollen Beinas Dorim wegen einem gewissen Teil von seinem Zman. Bochrim, when they have time, not by Seder, in between. Take away from the time that you're going to eat lunch, you want to rest a little, to be able to learn in the afternoon, go do a Fotzas Hamayons. The Fotzas HaTorah Vayadus, Chutza. And the Saskus is zeitenweise in a Neufen, as a Chelek, the Rebbe is bringing down now, very interesting, that it's not even, you're going to be Mikar of somebody. There's a few ways that you could be Mikar of somebody. You go take somebody, sit down and tell me, learn Gemara. Learn a Shtiklich Siddes. It's not even that. They're going to find out how to bring people to learn Torah. Still pays that they should go away from their time and do it. Where do we see it? The Saskus is zeitenweise, a lot of time, in a Neufen, as a Chelek Gott und das Mann Afotze, geht weg, nicht auf mehr zum Lernen mit der Zweiten. It's not a time that they're sitting and learning. Now, if Zorchei Tzibur is not learning, start uns reinzukriegen, Talmidim, going around like, what is it called, the Wednesday hour. They're going to the places and they learn with them an hour every Wednesday, and with this, try to convince the parents to bring them in to learn. We start as a note of learning, a building, you need a place, schaffen die nötige Schumim, you need money, so they can do it so, וכו'. Das heißt, also viele, als lechem Kushorim, sehr Matze Bedage ist noch Kipsak Aloche von Bav, in dem Öfen von Teuros und Mishtameres, the Pavlis, as der Teuros und Mishtameres, darfen sie aufgeben von sehr Zman, even it's Mishtameres. A viele in dem Öfen, was durch dem, that fell in their Limud HaTorah, Bavodas Hashem, why should they do it? Likkutei Sichos. Weil die Anoge Anal, we have the Ragatshova said, I don't want to do it. So how could the Rebbe demand it from himself and from his Mekushorim yet to do it? The Rebbe is saying something very geschmack. Weil der Anoge Anal von dem Ragatshova is not for Yechides Gule. In jedem door, single people, that they are in the level of the Rossum Umnosa. What is their craft? What is their craftsmanship? What are they doing? What is their job? Torah. Und Zeyerin is al der, das ist given by Mikzas Haneder. Yeah, the Ragatshova is similar to the Mikzas Haneder. How is sofa b'idei Torah be'oivant midi, sitting and learning. This is easy. Aber der Seder avoide for Rube der Rube, a viele von Bnei Torah. Es gibt Psak Adin. Das ist Psak Adin mefurish. Aber Zman hazeh is nicht so Menschen, was Teurosum umnosom. There's no such thing as Teurosum umnosom. Und Madoch, als mis mevatel von lernen, zu lieb andere in Yoni. Everybody knows by himself what is wasting time of not learning. You must do it for Atzolos Nefoshes. Le'oyer, as benegiat tzikvot gvirush Moshe b'chom yadmur alein, is mi yoidea oifman v'idosai. Who could imagine the avoide of the Friedrich Rebbe? Bechlal is doch yodua the Torah from Baal Shem Tov from Posik, kumi oiri, ki bo oirech uchoid Hashem olai yechzorov. A Posik in Yeshaya. Atem Nesiya Israel, the Baal Shem Tov is explaining it like this. Atem Nesiya Israel, you, the leaders of the Eden. You put away your Torah v'avoide. Why are you putting it away? To help out the Rabbin. Was wird sein mit euch? Baal Shem Tov asks, what's going to be with you? Is das kumi oiri, oira proti la'akloli v'chuli. You're going to come over from your oira proti, you're going to get from the oira kloli. Das heißt, what does it mean literally? As Nesiya Israel, abrocha meyuchedes. Also so bazei nicht fällen in seher Torah v'avoide. That means that when a Nossi or when a Eid, even a regular Eid, gives away his time, even it's only Teurosum Mishtameres, he's going to have, the Rebbe is going to bring out here that there's 3 levels. level Terosa Mishtameres, Terosa Mizbareches, and then is the third level, as the Baal Shem Tov says, much higher level than even Mizbareches. Unbelievable. The other Rabbi, Bo Oirech, Ukvoid Avayo, Laich Zoroch, is higher than Mizbareches. Or das ist Shlei Be'erech from Brochen et Enes, Betoirosa. So the Rebbe says, who could imagine the Friedrich Rebbe's avoide, and still, we see that the Broche, the Baal Shem Tov said that they're going to have, going to be much higher than that. Now we're going to come to the Eure. Das ist der Eure von Anogas Mordechai für uns, wenn ich gerne Poel. Und wie die Teure Jedu von Baal Shem Tov. Also Jedu auf Maimer HaMishne, HaMishne Megillah. HaKoyres HaMegillah Lemafreya, lo yotzo. What does it mean literally when the Gemara says? Somebody, instead of reading Vaybi Me'ach HaShveirosh, and telling the whole story what happened, the decree, and then the Nes, in everything, he goes and he reads first the Nes, then he goes back to the decree. Lo yotzo. And the Baal Shem Tov says a beautiful, beautiful word. Baal Shem Tov says, der was lernt die Megillah onemendig. Adot was mir sever erzählt die Megillah ist Sach, was hat getroffen in dem Over. Le Mafreya, ihr redet Megillah that happened 2000 years ago. Und not ich kein Scheich zum Oive, lo yotzo. How do we read the Megillah? It's applying and applicable to us in every day of our life. So does it von unser Noge Mein und Al-Koponim, Shemetz minu von Agonas Mordechai. It's demanding from us the Megillah that it's current. It's not something le Mafreya. What do you have to do? A little bit like Mordechai. Zu werden am Mishne le Melech, kedei zu sein, a doire shtev la'ame v'deva sholom, lechol zaroi. Will when to live them, is a rotzu blois zuroi vechov, he's putting everything in danger. He's lowering himself from Terosom Umnosom, from Limud HaTorah all the time, and everything. And he has mixas chachomim ein dait neuchemenu, everything to save lives. Na gamas der Noge ist bei Kammer verbunden mit Ayeride. Warum darf zu dem Vater sein mit dem eigenen Steimus? Ist gedeiht die Rede zu dem Rabbi. You're losing for yourself, you're losing some of you. Na so gewinnt man es euch bei jedem Bechai auf euch als Jochid und Prat, der Geschmack. Each and everyone sees it by himself. Deine Shome ist Yored meigere Roma lebira mikta. Take an example von Yored Shome. Comes from igere Roma lebira. Weiß ich am Gdan. Die Shome nicht zatiken. Na der Dorf, das nicht eine Repair. Gedeiht zu werden am Meuschel bescheulet auf dem Guf. That's what she comes done. To rule over the Guf. And over the Nefesh HaBamis v'chelkei boilam. They koive sein to conquer them, and when they machen, adire lo yizbach. So if the Neshama could do it, why could I not do it for another Eid? And then noch, this is all when we talk about Bochim. Then noch has a hot chasene, kumbo yisofe al anal, v'lo shna Megillah. Very interesting. What says in the Megillah? Li is kolish, soira bebeisoi. Each and every one when he gets married, he's become like Mordechai became a Sar in the Melucha B'Achashverosh, you become in the house, you become the Sar. So you get busy with things that it's not Torah all the time. Dios Klisher Beisha K'mayim HaChazal, Eizo Yisho Ksheiro, or Oiser Etzoim Bailo. And Chassidus is explaining what do you mean Oiser Etzoim Bailo. Not only she's listening to her husband, she makes a new Rotzen in the husband. And this Schoro to get married is the same as Mordechai's Schoro. When you get married, it's verbunden mit der Yeride. K'mayim HaChazal, the Gemara says in Yevomes, Nechis Darge, Nochis Darge Nesivitze. To get married, you have to go down a level. What is it? What happens then? Weil a mensch muss bewater sein, seine eigenen Indionim, zu dem Teuvas, Beisoi. He starts having, what do you call it? Rechaim al Savoroi. He has to go and work and bring money. He has to raise the kids. It's not the same as it was when he was a Bochar. And also, das Boroi, if them was me gefunden, Niloi, in Oiskim Betzorich Tzibor, Afilo, if it was Rosom Nosom. Unbelievable. The Rabbi is taking every detail. The Rabbi says we find a place that we see that the Oiskim Betzibur are on a higher level than the Rosom Nosom. Where do we see it? Very Geschmack. Die was the Rosom Nosom darf mafsik sein Krishme. You have to stop for Krishme. Aber die was eine Oiskim Betzorich Tzibur, seine nicht mafsik afilu Krishme. Warum Gamas du Chesaskus Betzorich Tzibur be'emuno fällt in Limud HaTorah v'shleimus atzmoi bis das Chazal sagen. Chazal say, Atil alem tzorchei tzibur, vein kolin meilein. What does it mean? You put on them tzorchei tzibur, and it's going to make him weak. And deswegen is that kein dem und durch dem der Rilu Niflo und Teuvas HaRabbi. Everything to do for Teuvas HaRabbi. Und neu befordert sich der Anoge, und Mordechai, wenn du gehst zu der Ratzole von idische Gufim, der Mordechai werden der was of Gufim. Der Rabbi is indicating the Ore, everybody knows the difference between Purim and Chanukah. Chanukah was Kisvu lochem al keren ha-shoyer. Ad ein lochem chelik b'likei Yisrael chas v'sholem. And la'avirom mechukei retzonecho. And only learn Torah, but not to be kosher. It was Ruchnies, and it is Gashmies. Alachas kama v'kama, as davar ze sein, and es kommt zu der Ratzole von Yiddish Neshomes, as the medav uplegen the eigene Shleimus, you have to put away yourself. The Batzolas Nefoshes, to sein at Doivos Sholem, the Chol Zaroi. Every Eid is precious, every Eid is important, and every Eid is in eisning the Geulu HaMitzvah Shlema. To sein at Doivos Sholem, Bizes wird werden, der Israelis in Tshuva, and the Rebbe is always emphasizing that the Rambam said Israelis in Tshuva, Venigolin. What did the Rambam say? Umiyad Einigolin. It should be Bekorev Mamish.
How do you know it from verse 5 to 6?